I forgot to unmute my mic. Okay, you should hear me now. Yeah, cool little new intro. So today I'm gonna try painting a little picture, and I'm gonna do, I don't know, like the ocean or something, three different tries, and try to make an actual intro. I'll take pictures with my phone, I guess, instead of having it all digital. Can you guys hear me? Hello. Guys, my mic is on. I heard you like intros, so I made an intro for your intro to play in your intro. You could whip one of those up. Prism lets you do it. You just need something to put that's like three different little pictures together. Okay, that's good. I can also do this too. One second. I can bring up my tablet now. See if it works. Cool. So I can switch to the tablet right quick. Let me make that full screen. I don't know, my voice is clearer maybe. My what I normally say. But I can whip out little like compositions tests and like prepare for bigger pictures. I don't know if you can animate it or something. I have some mixture music. I don't know if you'd like it, but you can listen. I'll send you some files that you might like, and then you can use them for free. You don't have to worry about copyright stuff. Anyway, For tallies. I can make a tally list in Photoshop. No, I'm not gonna do tallies. Yeah. Excuse me. So I'm gonna do something simple and kind of just draw the foreground first. I don't know. And I'm gonna try like three different takes on the sky, animate that, and do it separate from this. And I don't know if I can do it because it'd be hard. Make kind of maybe a sign that swings back and forth. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll make you an intro for I don't know, 5 tallies, 10 tallies. I think it's at least 10 tallies for an intro. I might raising that. Charge me tallies. Does that mean you take tallies away? How much? How many tallies for a stream? A stream ad? Yeah, the whole tally system's corrupt now. It all fell apart after the big market crash. I have a new palette I made, so I'm only going to try to use these 12 colors, and it's like warm red, blue, yellow, and green, and then browns and a gray, just to see if it helps me learn how to mix them. So I'll do the main foreground first. I gotta post my thing. Do you like my little guy? Don't forget to like. I kind of like too the crooked frame. It was the easiest way to get this as straight as possible, but it kind of gives it, I don't know, like a comic book look. I think. I think the next thing I need to get is a good mic so you can hear my voice clearer. One sec. I have to see how to pin from this app. Oh, okay. Give me one sec. Okay, sword. Made a paper towel. So, if you're still watching graphic, in Phantom, it's amazing at the short outfit. I'm getting more views for paintbrushes than my work. Um, I can put you in this too graphic, but I'll show you my outro now, so in case you don't see it later. Boom. So I want to get different people. I can put you in this too graphic and probably wander and have it like scroll past each of you one at a time. Here, I'll mute that music for now. I don't know if you can hear what I was saying. That I can put you in this too graphic and like wander and have you scroll past one at a time. That's my outro. No, this is OBS on my laptop. Does it make it look like he passed away? Rest in peace. But yeah, I can put you and Wander in there too graphic if you want. Have like a little free suggestion recommendation thing at the end of my videos. Is it because of all the black, I guess? I'd say that's a good size for like portrait view. Yeah, your display picture kind of looks like a ghost. I drew my thing widescreen. I need to do it this way in portrait. Let me make that lower. So how is my mic tonight, by the way? Am I coming in reasonably clear? I was listening to a recording before, testing that stuff out, and it seems like my voice is kind of hit or miss how clear it is. Okay, cool. I'm using the mic in my laptop. Too clear on it up a little bit. I'm too clear. Do you want me to slur my speech a little bit? Make it easier? You want to be like me when you grow up? No, you don't. I think he's lying. That picture is just looking at before. Now it's gone. What it could be. It's only an intro, man. Like I said, if you want, find a copyright free song, or I can send you some I have and see if you find one you like draw 2 or 3 frames to animate, put them together. I use the free thing that comes free with Windows to put the video and the music together. none of the fancy special effects really matter if you can't draw a good picture in the end. Cool, man. Jackbox tonight on Phantom's channel. At my racer. Yeah, is it okay if I can put your channel name on that outro and it will scroll past like a little marquee at the end of my videos? Oh, that sucks. You gotta wake up early on a Saturday. It's a dream time. Yeah, I didn't just want to throw Pace Zabs, it's hard to pronounce. Um, thanks for stopping by. I didn't just want to assume to do it. There's reasons why people might not want you just putting their name associated with your channel. Wander might think my humor's too crude to associate. I'm good. How are you? If you just got your stats, I'm doing a little thing. I'm gonna try to make an intro for my channel, taking a few pictures of actual traditional art. So my plan is kind of this little foreground, a little sign, and I'm going to try to draw the sign and just the water 3 different times to get a little simple animation and have them play at the beginning of my beginning of my videos. Hey, she's all blessed. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I was using Prism before, and I just figured out how to get OBS working on my laptop. So now I get to play with all the fancy settings that they have. I know you just can't see that very well. I'm just doing a simple outline in pencil, and then I usually go in with pen when I start add detail. Sounds kind of down. Yeah, hopefully it will come out good. I'm not really an animator by any sense, so I'm not necessarily planning like for the reflections to be super smooth. Just kind of three little random frames, so it's not completely still. Not all, well, not all erasers do. I think I have my normal one here. This is a kneaded eraser. Um, they're good for, they're not really good if it's deep pencil. They're good for real light pencil, and I like them mainly because they don't leave crumbs anywhere. But you kind of have to knead them, they get hard after you don't use them for a little bit. But they're certainly not like the most common type of eraser. They also get dirty because you're basically collecting graphite with them. So after a few uses, they get kind of gross and full of graphite. That's my problem, totally, is that I end up kind of fidgeting with them. Top of a light hit something. Yeah, they turn black. I find even before they get too black, you can kind of feel it. They get right when you knead them, they get right greasy feeling. I had one so bad before that like graphite would literally get on your fingers just from fiddling with it. It like my hair. Mine's more icy than black. How do I put the sign? It's an odd perspective. And then I have to do it three times. One straight down and then kind of moving very slightly. And that's the part I'm going to try to get a few frames of. Kind of make it look like the sun's reflection, reflecting off the water. Grotesque. Grotesque is an underappreciated word. Hey, Wanderlust. Thanks for stopping in. Do I even want to do the sign? It seems too big. Um, I don't know. You think I would from where I'm from. I live in like an East Coast coastal fishing town. There's lots of lighthouses around. I'm sure I was. There was a bread and breakfast near my house. I said that weird breakfast near my house that will let you sleep there overnight, and it's inside of a lighthouse. But it's all done up like a normal house all the way inside up to the top. House done up like a real house, like a house by. I'm out of paper towel, so I had to use toilet paper, which is a little embarrassing. Now that you mention it, I'm going to see around if there's any lighthouses I can go to. There's a moose in the house to let loose. Canadians also say a lot, as in the hay. Full piece of paper. Worf likes it, like Worf, the Klingon from Star Trek. Thanks, graphic.
I had to scroll up to see why Wander said artwork has cheesy smell. I go through paper towel too much, and it's not so much inking, but when I'm using watercolors with those water brushes, with these things, I probably go through way too much paper towel. Your dog queen. You named your dog Worf? Is your dog named after the Klingon from Star Trek? I just realized I haven't posted, honey. That's okay, graphic, honey. I guess if I want to animate that sign, I can actually just put it over what I draw and paint. Stir anything just because it sounds like barking. Okay. Like Worf. No, Worf was from Star Trek. He was the Klingon in the one with Patrick Stewart, the Next Generation. Yes. It's meant to look a bit abandoned, and overgrown. Smush. Do it well. Thanks for stopping by, Classy Girl. That's what I'm going to call you now. I appreciate it. This is a pretty generic picture when you think about it, but kind of, I think it represents like a default. of my art and the type of stuff I do. So I think it will work for an intro. Thanks for having me. Thanks for stopping by, man. Anytime, stop in. We can grab some Tim Hortons, watch some hockey. Yeah, I can see that. There's like a famous poster, or they use for the poster like a screen cap. It's kind of like that. Big up bars. Eat maple leaves or whatever you get. They go good with moose and geese. No, I'm just joking. You would never eat a goose. You're on your data area. The cell phone I have, I went for the cheapest data because I don't use it too much. I don't think I could handle much live streaming or watching a video even on the go. I know last time the power went out for more than like a day from a storm, um, I used all my data in like a few hours. Eating groceries like J-Rock. How much longer until you start your jackpot stream in your time? How much longer in your time? That didn't really make sense. It's freezing around where I am, and it started out really nice today, sunny and calm, and then it's got really damp. We started almost rain, and then it's been cold and gross ever since. Oh, you're going to start your jackpot stream in 30 minutes? That's not very long. I might be a little late for it, but I probably won't stream. How long have I been streaming? Does it tell me on this? 50 minutes? Probably stream for an hour and a half, no more than two. Like 2 hours seems to be a good time for me. Yeah, so you're gonna start your jackpot stream in 30 minutes? Is that what you mean? Maybe I should start drawing more pictures in like a portrait size. Probably better for like Instagram, social media stuff. Yeah, how old are you, Zabs? You can't ask people to buy you alcohol on my live chat if you're a minor. You have to do that in secret on the Discord. No, I'm joking. I think I started drinking, I was like 14. Not started, but first time I tried it. Not much of a drinker, actually. I'll uh I'll have a beer if I'm at like some type of family event. Someone offers one to me. But like I don't like going out to bars very often. Even when I was younger. Um like 19 and early 20s. Yeah, you guys aren't allowed to drink till you're 21, eh? It's actually 19 in Canada. I say you guys, I don't know. Al's from America. Wander's from Mexico, I believe. Ooh, Mexico City. Cool. What's the age for alcohol in Mexico? Wander? When are you allowed to drink your first tequila? Really? Wait, lines here. Yeah, look up a picture at what like the very top of a lighthouse usually looks like, if anything. Some of them are just like a church steeple, I think. Some of them are just I don't know. Oh yeah, a dome shape. Lighthouses seem to have little like a stick thing. 18? What did I say? 19 in Canada? I think it might be 18. Two, also in Canada, now that I think of it. That's so long ago for me that I forget. I haven't been that young since World War II. Yeah, it's 18-year-olds old in Canada too. I don't know why I thought it was 19. That's quite a different 4 years. Oh, it varies by province and territory, ranging from 18 to 19. So it might be where I'm from in Nova Scotia, it's 19. Some provinces, it's 18. Yeah, that's it. So Alberta, Manitoba, and Quebec is 18. But everywhere else in Canada is 19. And in the States, you have to be 21. Wonder what the logic is on that, like what they consider to decide that. When you were 18, I guess I was probably a badder kid than you. Maybe I partied a little bit more. Not very good. Some people can draw just kind of like a few bricks, almost like a suggestion. I don't seem to be very good at that. They won't draw all the bricks, just a few little spots and hints at it. And mine don't ever seem to look right. I guess that's it for now. Put a rock here. Got a little more defined and sharper. Maybe put a little. Wonder how much toilet paper I'll go through. Clean enough water brushes. Fill those up. I'll be right back. Picked up, stepped up production.
Yeah, it's wasn't really hard once I figured it out. I was just looking at the program and seeing where you add different scenes. There's a thing called Studio Mode in it for transitioning different scenes, and then you can just add pictures of them. So I just did a few quick sketches in Photoshop and add songs I already had made to them. But then I figured I'll make the act like what that be right back one with the guy smoking. I just kind of considered that a placeholder, and I might as well make the actual like I'm doing for the intro part in the videos. But yeah, I just kind of threw some quick Photoshop pictures everywhere. I think it's good though, like you get something like that, and people who are like scrolling by are probably more likely to get their attention anyway. Thanks, Wander. My new palette I got, it has just 12 colors, two main hues, and then some browns. And I figured reduce all the amount of watercolors I use just to the basics, and then I can hopefully learn a bit mixing, how watercolors work. We'll see. This might come out a little oddly colored, but I'm very good at like wet on wet watercolor blending, but I'm gonna give it a try. See if we can get something decent. Zoom in a little bit. You can never tell how shaky it is when I zoom in.
Sorry, I just realized we can't see what colors I'm mixing. There. What other way are you making instant noodles? Hey, Poophead. Welcome to the new and improved stream. In Phasmo. Cool. Thanks. I have some intros and outros too now. You can see the outro at the end of the stream, and you can always watch the intro next time or on the saved videos. The free food? Oh, fishing. I get you. Did you ever see the movie The Lighthouse with what's his name? Robin Patterson and William Defoe? That's a real weird movie, but I like those kinds of movies personally. Thanks, Dabs. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. No, I saw one with Ghost Island. Um, there were two versions of the lighthouse. The one with William Defoe is also based off the true story of the. There's the famous true story of the two lighthouse keepers. And when they went, like they just never returned. And when they checked out, there were no signs of like anything happened. All their clothes were there. I think they said like they had a dinner cooking, and it was like both of them all of a sudden just vanished without a trace. But I think I seen the movie you're talking about. I didn't watch it, but I seen where there's two versions of the same lighthouse story. The one with William Defoe is just called The Lighthouse. I forget the other one, but I'm pretty sure I found it like on Amazon Prime by searching like the word lighthouse. It still has that word in it. I don't know if it's called The Lighthouse as well, but
Sure you have the support you need. Now you have a chance to be
the one with William Defoe is all in black and white. What do I want?
turn study so you'll be career ready in less than a year. Get ready to make a difference. Register for the Teacher Assistant Program today at cbbccareercollege.ca. CBBC Career College, your career is waiting.
That would be a bit too bright. No. We're not picking up this paint. Ugh, having a hard time getting the color I want. I don't think you were here for a poop head. I was telling everyone I started using a limited palette. So it just has a warm and cool version of all, like, red, blue, green, and yellow, and then light brown, medium brown, dark brown, and gray. And the point is just to help me learn how to mix watercolors and kind of understand, like, gray will always mute colors a bit. And just give me more control over my bigger palettes as well, hopefully. Something brighter than that color, but not warm, like what I was using. Warm as in like feeling like it's overly bright. Are you partaking in the Phantom's Jackbox stream tonight? I'm not a big fan how that sky came out. It will look a bit better once I add some colors on the buildings. Get a moss on there. Um, well, I'm just kind of winging it now, I guess. And that's what I'm trying to learn. I do know, like, Payne's Gray will always mute colors. Make them, it's like adding, well, when you add gray, you just kind of take the vividness out of them. Um, you can get good skin tones out of these colors. But other than that, yeah, I'm just kind of winging it. I have a basic knowledge of, like a color wheel, that there's warm and cool colors, but I know, like, green contrasts with red. So greens make good shadows for things that are red. But watercolors have their own thing, different what works with like acrylics and even colors on a computer don't often work with watercolors the same way. I like to learn more watercolor techniques because otherwise I'm kind of just using them, I don't know, like a marker, just kind of filling in the spaces the color they're supposed to be. And I'd like to be able to do more blending techniques and whatnot. Yeah, I'll probably still be streaming. What about purple and green, like a caramel tint? Purple, I'm trying to think where it is on the color wheel. Both of them are cool colors, so they go together. Purple and green, if you mixed one over the other, would probably bring you to a blue. Assuming they're even amounts of each. the thing with that car when they're multi-tinted is almost like, the angle you look at them or the light decides which color shows. So it's not like they blend together quite like watercolor paints. But I guess if you look at them the right way, you'd probably get a blue out of them. Uh, which one this? I do know for mixing, I find these colors useful. Payne's Gray, Burnt Umbra, Burnt Sienna, and Yellow Ochre. They kind of warm colors up or darken colors without making them muddy, especially the gray.
Would it be a solid choice if it was like an angle through warning? If it was like an angled thing.
Well, yeah, if you could pull that off on a painting. Like I said, there's depends on what you're painting, but there's every color works in some context. Well, not just any color, any combo of colors, I guess I'm trying to say. But usually I have my big paint palette and I can just pick a color right away. And already I'm starting to feel the effects of my limited palette. It's alright though. It's how you learn. Sometimes you just have to kind of restrict yourself to understand the underlying basics of stuff. Chameleon combo, I think it's called. Cool. I'll look it up actually. Got to draw the details of the roof. Little guide I had I'm gonna look at actually. I forgot about it. Okay. Dark cool brown. Like smoke and weathered stone. We'll try this. So this says if I 50-50 mix Payne's Gray with lemon yellow, I should get a good color for weathered stones. So like old stones. I'm also not very good at evenly mixing the pigment in the amount of water. It's meant to be abandoned, but it kind of the sunset doesn't make it look very, unlivable. And that was supposed to be weathered stone when it came out much more like lime green. Maybe my paint's gray has too much fluid in it. I wonder if Phantom Paint's favorite color paint is Payne's gray. Pretty much.
I'd leave the look the same. I'll even scare off any trespassers. As long as I can get the internet.
I'd live in a shaggy old abandoned place. Sure. I'm gonna put some yellow in the windows, make it seem like someone might be in there with the lights on.
You know how you can see that so far. I'm really not digging that sky at all. But the buildings aren't coming out too bad. The cliffs are
What's actually the only real good thing that I really, really like.
Is it me? Is it the ghost of Freaky Cove? Ooh.
I like it. I feel like I could just sit here, listen to this music, and just draw and paint all day. Wish I could. See how like such a little amount I took the first time, and then I barely touched it a second time, and took like enough to fill the whole mixing part. By the way, I also like blaming my tools and my paint for all my mistakes. Just so you know, if anything looks bad, it's not my fault. It's tools' fault. Yeah, they're just happy little accidents. Happy little accidents, or it's something's wrong with my paints or tools. That's the first thing they teach you in art school is it's always your tool's fault. Never ever take responsibility for your own mistakes. No, I'm joking. Never went to art school. Thanks, Wander. I'm not happy with how the sky came out at all. If I use this for my intro, I might actually cut the sky out and cut right along the lines and try again, or a different one, but we'll see. I need a lot more practice with wet on wet techniques because I have a real hard time blending them. They always mess up on me. Is that what you're using? Got what? Wash? Wash is opaque watercolor, basically, from what I understand. Is that correct? I never used gouache before. What I try to do with the sky is you see watercolor people use it where you wet it down first and then they add one color, usually blue up here, orange down here, and they get it where it blends together like perfect. Like it looks like a gradient on a computer. Just seamlessly syncs from one color to the next, and mine looks like, exactly what I did. I painted it orange first and then painted blue on top of it. Oh well. I don't know if you were around when I was saying that's why I started using this limited palette. I only have 12 colors. And hopefully by doing that I can learn to mix them better and get better at watercolor techniques instead of just using them to fill in stuff between the lines.
It has to do with the colors too, because orange and blue don't mix. Yeah. Well, that's kind of another goal I have with the limited palette is trying to understand how the colors relate. From what I read, these are like the main colors you need. So it's a warm and a cool version of everything. So there's a warm red, warm yellow, warm blue, warm green, and then a cool version, and then basically every shade of brown and gray. Well, not every shade, but a light shade, medium, and dark. That's my burnt sienna and yellow ochre and burnt umber, which apparently every painter in the world seems to use burnt sienna and yellow ochre. I think that's the main thing I need is when it comes to stuff like wet on wet blending, you need to really just practice and get used to like how fast you need to do it, how fast you need to distribute water, how much water you need. It looks like with mine, I didn't wait long enough or I didn't have it wet enough to let it dry too much, so they didn't bleed into each other at all. I don't know. I don't think so. How delightfully Canadian. What is the colors? Or me saying that you need to get the technique down? I kind of like how I have my screen a little crooked. It's actually just to make it easier to straighten out than fiddling with my camera. But it gives it kind of a comic book look, I think. Like a panel from a comic. God, time to go by fast. You know, doing this. An hour and 47 minutes. Yahuza. Did you ever see Trailer Park Boys graphic? Me and Phantom talk about it all the time. It's on Netflix in the States. That show was how you spell it? I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's Hose with an ER at the end. But yeah, Trailer Park Boys was shot in the province that I live in. Cool. I met the guy that played J Rock, Jonathan Torrance. I didn't meet him, like talk to him or hang out or anything. Just met him coming out of like a local arena thing. I think he was doing a comedy show or something. He's nothing like the J Rock character in real life. He's as Canadian as they come. What do you? What are the question marks for? I never met Bubbles. Lots of people did though. He owns lots of bars around Halifax, I think. Look how nice these ceramic porcelain palettes. Paint just comes right off. They have some nice ASMR sounds. Oh yeah,
J-Rock, Jonathan Torrance, anyway, was famous before J-Rock, but he had weird, like, I don't know how you call it, like a talk show, but for like teenagers and kids. John Vision is what it was called. And I didn't think much of him when he did John Vision, but then, J-Rock's probably one of the best characters ever. The guy that played Mr. Leahy, he passed away, but he does art himself, and he made a whole bunch of concrete sculptures like all along the coastline of Nova Scotia. Made a big castle, a big like an arena almost that you sit down on, like bleachers along the coast, all made out of concrete by hand. In case you thought they were real from the realism of the show. Unfortunately, they're not. But there's definitely people like them in real life. I used every bit of water in that brush. Get some more toilet paper since another paper's out. Oh, look. Should have toilet paper too. Oh, I need another roll. Imagine trying to paint during COVID. I won't be able to get any of my toilet paper. Yeah, it's a good show. Keep in mind though, it's one of those shows. It's kind of like South Park, where it's almost so stupid that it becomes funny. Uh, Leahy or J Rock. Ricky's like the main guy, really. Um, him and Julian. But I love Leahy and J Rock. One of my favorite quotes is I forget what they're doing, but it's like a scene and they're in the building doing a concert. I posted it in Phantom's chat. And Leahy and Randy are on the roof, and J Rock's like performing inside the building on stage, and the roof collapses. And Randy falls through and lands on top of J Rock. The whole like ceiling collapses and everything. And then I think it's Julian or someone's like, "Oh my God, what happened? Is everyone okay?" And you can just barely see in the background. You see J Rock pick up the mic and go, "It's raining motherfuckers," and it's just it's not even that funny. It's just so stupid. It makes me laugh every time I think of it. It's raining motherfuckers in here. That's cool. People seen that show all over though. For like the early 2000s, it was basically just in Nova Scotia. One of my favorite Ricky quotes that I actually use in real life is getting two birds stoned with one joint instead of kill two birds with one stone. Yeah, I'll have to practice blending skies for sure. Get some extra watercolor paper and just do it until I learn how to do it right. So I'm going to do the ocean and three different things by itself. Maybe up to here. And then I gotta do my sign. I actually have an idea for the sign.
I need to get more paper for my brush, and I'll be right back.
So I've been typing away the last little while and didn't realize my mic was muted the whole time. So I don't know how this came out. The pictures didn't quite match how I want. The idea is supposed to be kind of like it's the sun reflecting off the water. Slow it down a bit. Maybe it's not too bad, but maybe I can fix it up. Do some digital work in the morning, fancy it up a bit. Anyway, no one's on my chat right now, but I was saying before I realized the mic was muted, that tonight I'm up to 42 views with 10 likes, which I know isn't a lot, but it's the most successful stream I got. The most likes I got after this was 6. So, little progress, but progress nonetheless. I've been streaming for 3 hours. That's the longest I ever did it. So I guess that's cool. And yeah, I'll probably get on earlier tomorrow. I'd like to start doing some actual sketching, not just inking with ink and watercolor, like rendered images, but actually do some sketching. I'm having trouble talking because I'm tired and exhausting. So, thanks everybody for tuning in and watching, and yeah, have a good night.